Welcome to Fix It Home Improvement, covering projects that every homeowner should know and great products for home and garden.
Hi, I'm JC, and this is where we share weekly home improvement tips. I'm here with my co-host, Cindy.
Hello, JC.
Hi, Cindy. This week, we're going to be talking about doormats and area rugs, and we'd like to thank Jaden for liking and sharing the podcast. Ancient Egyptians had rugs around 3000 BC. In the 14th and 15th century, rug making was actually big business in Persia. And wealthy colonists in America liked Oriental rugs, and they called them turkey rugs because they were imported from a port in Smyrna, Turkey. Funny, huh? And most Americans, the early Americans, used braided straw mats to cover their wooden floors, so that would be like their area rug, and would add some color. They would dye them, and they were less expensive than a turkey rug. Some of the most popular materials for entrance mats are rubber, jute, polypropylene, and if you see coir, it's C-O-I-R, or if you see cocoa, it's just coconut fiber that they use from the husk of coconuts.
Didn't we talk about this before?
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's such a durable thing that you can create an entrance mat out of it. And when you're looking at the specifications, you might just see natural fiber, which could be coconut fiber or cotton, wool, or any plant or animal fiber. If you see a label that says synthetic, it could be a wide range of materials or a blend of chemicals. And for a doormat outside your home, you want to match the material to the conditions. So if you have a covered area, that mat can be more absorbent. But for most outdoor mats, you want something durable, something you can scrape dirt and debris off your shoes or boots, and you want it non-absorbent.
Okay.
An outdoor mat is going to be most effective if it's large enough where you have to take a couple of steps on it.
So if you use it?
Right, yeah, it kind of almost forces you to use it. And I think if it's big and wide, I think people do kind of notice it, and hopefully will use it more. And
you should actually be wiping your feet on it before you enter the house.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, some of this research I read, it's amazing how much stuff we bring into our house. And if it's textured or grate-like, it allows dirt and water to drop off the bottom of your shoes or boots, and it kind of falls off the top of this. It's going to dry faster than absorbent material, and it'll be easier to clean off. You can hose off a lot of these grate-like entrance mats. Mm-hmm. The thick rubber doormats are going to hold up well. They stay in place, and you can get these either textured or grated.
So you don't want like a cloth mat outside, or carpet-like, I should say.
Right, exactly. Right. Because then you just have a muddy entrance mat. Right. Lobster rope doormats are made out of heavy-duty polypropylene rope, and these are used by fishermen to hold their lobster traps. So they stand up to harsh conditions. They're heavy, so they stay in place. Some of these have a UV coating, and many of the doormats use rope that's no longer allowed for fishing. So it's kind of a cool way to recycle. It's functional, and what a great conversation starter.
What's that conversation going to be?
Hey, I have a lobster rope doormat that you wiped your shoes on. And these have like a woven look, and they come in a wide range of colors, so they're kind of interesting. The coir doormats are made from the fibers of the coconut husk, so it's a naturally renewable source if you're looking for an environmentally friendly mat. They're durable, the fibers are great at pulling off dirt and mud, and these are good for all weather conditions, and they're going to stand up to salt. So if you're in a cold climate and you're wiping off ice melters or slushy snow from your boots and your shoes, for your outside doormat, you'd want an unbacked mat. So this way water can pass right through it and it's going to dry off faster. For inside, coconut fiber is absorbent, so then you would want a backed mat and non-slip.
What kind of backing?
So generally rubber or vinyl, and rubber is rated higher.
Okay.
There are doormats that look like coconut fiber, but they're made out of recycled synthetic materials, and the entrance mats made out of polypropylene from plastic bottles. They're considered a green product. And these mats come in a lot of textures and designs. Polypropylene, it dries quickly, it doesn't encourage mildew, and there are mats for inside and outside. Tire link doormats are made from recycled rubber, and that open grate design is great for the outside. They're very durable. For inside your front door or entrance door, you should have something more absorbent to remove water and finish cleaning off any loose dirt from your shoes. The EPA is suggesting a 3-mat system if you have the room to reduce contaminants in your home. So a grate style mat outside an entry door, then a highly absorbent mat just inside your door as you step into your house, then a finishing mat to remove any remaining moisture or particles, And if you take off your shoes when you go in your home, that finishing mat would be used to store your shoes, and that's going to trap any melting snow in cold climates, dirt, and chemicals.
Do you take off your shoes when you go to somebody's house?
Yes, yeah, I always do. You?
Yeah. So my mom would always make us take off our shoes when we were in the house.
Okay.
Like the family.
Right.
But any visitors that came over, they were allowed to wear their shoes in the house, and it never made sense to me. Because I'm like, they're still coming from outside. Why does their dirt, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, why do you yell at me and not yell at the friends and family
like,
that come up?
she would yell at us, too. And she'd, like, threaten to
yeah, why aren't
cut
you
off our
yelling
feet.
at other people,
Yeah.
Ma? A 2-mat system is effective if you have limited space, and 2 mats are recommended at each entrance door. So your front door, your back door, a patio, a garage, anywhere you're coming in the house. A University of Georgia study said that using doormats will help reduce an estimated 30 to 40% of the contaminants brought into your house from the outside.
Wow.
And they found the highest concentration on carpets near an entry into your home. There was a University of Arizona study, and they found a wide range of bacteria that can cause pneumonia, urinary tract infections, and respiratory infections, along with E. coli and feces on shoes and boots that they tested. And they also tested how much is transferred onto the tile or other flooring just inside your home.
Right.
And they said it was over 90% of this material was being transferred onto your flooring.
Gross.
A Baylor University study showed a correlation between people living close to asphalt roads and increased toxins being tracked into the house.
That's interesting.
And if you treat your lawn with chemicals, that can be brought into your house. Pesticides can be a problem if you have children or toddlers that are playing on the floor or carpets. A University of Houston study found animal waste and a wide range of bacteria in homes they were looking at where the people wore their shoes inside the house. And many of the spores on the shoes were spread throughout the flooring, and then they got into the air and ended up on tables and countertops.
Yuck.
If you have small children, many scientists are recommending wipe off, then remove your shoes when you're coming into your home, especially in older urban neighborhoods.
Why?
So lead was in some paint before 1978, and lead paint was the highest before 1960. So if you're in an older community, lead can build up in the soil after lead paint's been scraped or peeling on the outside of your house. That lead paint will break down.
So it's like lead dust, is what it's called, right?
Right, exactly. And in some areas, soil has been absorbing lead emissions from decades of leaded gasoline and lead in other products. Mm-hmm. So there was a 2003 survey of 77 older Chicago neighborhoods, and they found that 6% of the children they tested suffered from lead poisoning, and they found elevated levels of lead in the soil around the houses, and there was lead dust in the homes.
So we should move?
Yeah. There was a doormat study in 1991 to find out if doormats would help control the lead dust and dirt brought into homes to help protect kids against lead poisoning. And they found by using doormats and just wiping off your shoes, it cut the lead dust by almost 50%. And then taking off your shoes dropped the lead levels to around 60%, or the amount of dust in the homes to around 60%. In homes where they used doormats outside and then they took their shoes off, after 5 months, it reduced the lead dust by over 90%.
Wow.
Yeah, amazing. When you're shopping for doormats, get mats that are not only big enough outside to take a couple of steps on and have room to clean off the bottoms of your shoes, but they're wide enough inside so if your door swing covers the mat, you don't have to step off the mat and onto your flooring to get back on it. That way you're going to help trap all the contaminants on the mat. Entry mats are going to help reduce wear on your flooring, especially if you have wood flooring. And the large absorbent mats inside are good for your pets too if they come in with wet paws. It's going to get off any chemicals on their paws or animal waste. And I would compare the cleaning recommendations for the mats you're looking at. That way you get the ones that are easiest to clean.
Right.
A couple of the top-rated mats are from Water Hog. It's W-A-T-E-R, capital H-O-G, Gorilla Grip, and Kempf. It's K-E-M-P-F. And they've been making cocoa mats since 1886. Interesting, huh? Mm-hmm. Historians think weaving has been around since the Stone Age, around 27,000 years ago, to make rugs and clothes.
Wow.
Crazy, huh? Can you imagine in a cave, you're doing your cave drawings, you want to sit on a really nice area rug. When you're shopping for area rugs, they come in natural and synthetic material. The main natural materials are wool, cotton, sisal, jute, and silk. Wool is naturally water repellent. It hides dirt well. It's plush, comfortable, long-lasting. It's actually good for high-traffic areas, and it doesn't catch on fire easily. So you got that going for you. Cotton is soft, strong. It cleans well. It's low maintenance. If you get a thick, soft area rug, it's better for medium traffic. If you're looking for a rug for high-traffic areas, you'd want to get a flatter weave with the cotton. Sisal, S-I-S-A-L, is a plant fiber, very durable, but it's not going to be as soft as wool or cotton, and it does absorb moisture. Jute is softer than sisal, but it's less durable. It can be damaged by sunlight and liquids. Silk fibers are actually from silkworm's cocoon. Very soft. It's usually blended with wool or other materials to bring down the cost. And when you're looking at an area rug, it can either be natural silk or a synthetic silk. The main synthetic materials are olefin, polyester, and nylon, and polypropylene is called olefin. It's O-L-E-F-I-N. It's less expensive than many of the materials. It's fade and stain resistant, but oils bond to it.
Interesting.
It's durable, it doesn't absorb water, and the low profile is going to be the most durable. And the olefin fibers were developed in Italy in the 1950s. Polyester is very stain resistant, it's durable, it's soft, it's good for medium traffic areas, and it's good for kids' rooms because it's not going to absorb stains. And if you use it in a kid's room, it's nice to go plush. Nylon is stain resistant, it comes in a range of patterns and textures, very strong, great for high traffic areas, and it's amazing how soft some of these synthetics are. So I looked at a lot of different area rugs, and many of these just said synthetic on it when I was looking at the specifications, so it could be one of these or a blend. If you want a large area rug as an accent in a room, some designers are suggesting starting with the area rug color and design first, and then use that as a guide to your wall color and your room accents.
Using the color wheel?
That's a great episode. You can use an area rug to add color and interest to a room, or you can go with a simple design and color to warm up a room. So if you have a room with ceramic tile, for example, an area rug's going to soften it. And if you're covering hardwood floors in a room like an office, many designers are saying go really big and only leave a small border all the way around of like a foot or two of the exposed wood.
Interesting.
Yeah. And what I like about the area rugs, you can take them with you if you ever move. A suggestion for bedrooms to warm up hardwood floors is to have area rugs that are long and narrow on each side of the bed and at the foot of the bed. For kids' rooms, you can use area rugs over wall-to-wall carpet. That way you can define an area for them to play. You can add some color and design. A runner-style rug is great in the kitchen in front of the sink to add cushion while you're cleaning your dishes. And you can put a non-slip pad underneath it and make it even more comfortable.
Exciting.
In hallways, you can use runner-style area rugs. A low-pile rug with a pattern is good in a living room if you have pets that shed. It's easy to vacuum up and it doesn't show hair. In offices, under a wheeled chair, it's good. You'd want a low-pile, very durable area rug, and you'd want it big enough so you can move your chair around. It's going to help protect your flooring.
Right.
And a couple of the designers were saying if you have very square rooms with bookshelves with sharp angles, or your furniture all has sharp angles, they were suggesting throwing in a round area rug, and it really softens the look of a room. A couple decorators suggested the light colors will make a room seem more spacious, and dark colors can make a room seem more comfortable or relaxing. The warm colors, red, yellow, and orange, can be energizing when you come into a room, and cool colors, blue, green, and purple, can be more relaxing. One thing, before you shop, if you have an area rug or you plan on putting an area rug under your dining room table and chairs, they say pull out the chairs like you would before you sit down, and then measure from the back of the chair and add 8 to 12 inches on both sides, and that's how big you want it.
That's pretty big.
Yeah. So in fact, a couple of the decorators said when you're putting an area rug under your dining room table, go big, and then you would adjust it to the size of your room and the area so that it looks proportioned. For a living room, you can define a space with an area rug, and you can go really large and have all the legs of your furniture on the rug.
So like all the furniture in your seating area?
Right.
So couch, end tables, chairs, coffee table.
Right, and even go beyond that, so past the furniture, so you can have a very large rug.
So why not just have carpeting?
Right. Another school of thought is just have the front legs of your furniture on the rug. So let's say you have a couch and a couple of chairs off to the side. You're just kind of putting the rug all in front of this. Or you can just go small and have none of the furniture on the rug itself. Maybe like a table on it.
Mm-hmm. Do you have anything else to add?
To reduce dirt and contaminants in your home, have a scraper-style doormat outside and an absorbent doormat inside. The EPA says 3 doormats are even better. And remove your shoes when you're inside your home. With doormats, bigger is better. Area rugs can add color and warmth to a room, and it's good over tile, hardwood, wall-to-wall carpet, any type of flooring. And if you're a fan of Sherlock Holmes and have a fireplace, you can still buy bearskin rugs in the U.S., head and all.
Let's wrap this up.
Book 6 should be back from the editor any day, and you can get our books, Home Improvement Solutions, What Every Homeowner Should Know, on Amazon, book 1 through 5. You can subscribe to our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the Pandora mobile app now, CastBox Player FM, or your favorite podcast app.
If you enjoyed it, please leave us a review.
You can check out our home improvement videos on our YouTube channel, Fix It Home Improvement.
And you can subscribe to that as well.
You can email us at fixitpodcast@gmail.com, and you can follow Cindy on Twitter at FixItCohost.
Thank you for listening.
Talk to you next week.
Different